This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Who needs an intro? I don't need an intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
What's up, YouTube? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you with another video, and today it's the Dark Horse Mini. So China decided that the world needed a Dark Horse Mini. Steam Angel came out with a Dark Horse, I don't know, what was it, maybe a year ago, maybe longer, maybe less, I don't remember, something like that. And people love it, people hate it, I don't know. I like it for its airflow options. There's just so many of them. I think that's pretty cool. And there's something in the Dark Horse for everyone. If you're a cloud chaser, you're gonna like it because you've got wide open airflow options. And if you're a flavor chaser, you're gonna like it because there are smaller airflow options. It's just an all-around good addy. And now that there's a mini version, well, that just makes it more accessible to even more people. The miniature atomizers that are coming out are all the rage right now. The Derringer, the Bambino, the Bonsai Mini. I mean, it's just one after another coming down the pipe, 2x2x2. This is going to be a mini version of everything now. But I think that the Dark Horse Mini is a nice addition on it. Whoa. Whoa. There it is, wide the fuck open. It is a tiny little beast, is what it is. It has the potential to be a huge cloud chasing RDA, and it has the potential to be a really, really good flavor chasing RDA. And it's not made by Steam Angel. As far as I know, they never made a mini, nor do they plan on making a mini, so China stepped in and they made one in the style of the Dark Horse. And it functions just about the same way as the Dark Horse does. You have the same airflow options. So we're going to take a close look at it. Come on in here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So we're going to take a close look at the Dark Horse Mini. So there's the box the Dark Horse Mini comes in. You got the Dark Horse sort of emblem on there. You got the Mini down here. You pop it on open, your RDA sits right there. You've got a metal drip tip that comes with it. You've got a chuff style drip tip that comes with it. And if you buy the full set, you get an assortment of AFC rings in various colors. And here's the Dark Horse itself. I've got a sort of Derringer style drip tip in there. We'll just set it aside. You've got this top cap on here. Pops right off. It's sort of a clear plastic Delrin sort of thing going on here with one O-ring. It works very well. On the bottom, you've got sort of the Steam Angel logo. It does say designed in the USA, Mini. I don't believe that that is the case. Steam Angel, as far as I know, has no intention of releasing a miniature version of the Dark Horse. And here, once again, are all the pieces that make up the Dark Horse Mini RDA. And if you've seen the Dark Horse, it's going to look very, very familiar to you because it's pretty much the exact same thing. Here's a good look at the top cap. The sleeve with the horsies just kind of fits over there, just like the original. Your single airflow option is going to be this one right here. Here are your dual airflow options here and here. And you use the AFC ring, much like you did with the original Dark Horse, to go ahead and customize that airflow to your liking. So there it is, all the way open, both sides. And you can cinch this closed. So there it is with two airflow slots open. There it is with one airflow slot open, a teeny tiny one. Now when you do get to there, you do creep over into the other airflow a little bit on the other side. So you don't have quite as many airflow options with the Mini as you did with the original. And here it is wide open over here, and you can cinch it closed just the same way, with two open, with one open. And again, when you get to one open, it'll open up a little bit to the other side. And it does do the same thing on the other side with that. You can flip it over though, so now the little horsies are upside down. And now the airflow options are kind of reversed. So whereas before you could have the second smallest and the second largest airflow open, but the largest airflow option closed, now when it's flipped, you can have the two largest airflow options open and the smallest airflow option closed. So I don't feel like counting. That's a lot of airflow options. More than anyone really needs. But you can play with that AFC ring and totally customize your airflow to your liking. Whether you're in single airflow mode or whether you're in dual airflow mode. Whether you are working with quad coils or dual coils or single coils. This RDA has options for everyone. And that's the build I have in there right now. We are actually going to go ahead and tear it out so we can get a good look at this deck, and we're going to rebuild it. So the deck in the Dark Horse Mini is pretty similar to the OG Dark Horse. You got these big beefy Phillips head screws, you've got these big beefy post holes and these square posts. You can fit pretty much whatever you want in those posts. The Dark Horse is not going to discriminate. It'll accommodate 20 gauge. I don't even know. I don't even know. All I have are 26 and 24 and 28 gauge Kanthal, so these things are pretty much wasted on me. But you guys with your 18 gauge, your 20 gauge, your 22 gauge, and whatever you are using, I bet it's going to fit just fine in there. But with that being said, I was having some fun with the drill today, and I made myself a few different kinds of twisted Kanthal wires. Basically just different degrees and combinations of 28 and 26 and 24, all, you know, spun together in different speeds, and yeah. So that's what I'm going to be building with today, one of these. So what we're going to be building with today are 2 strands of 28 gauge twisted with 1 strand of 24 gauge. For comparison's sake, that's the largest screwdriver in my set. Here's the one that we're going to be working with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wraps, I guess. I don't really know. I've never really worked with this twisted kind of shit before, so we'll see. It's springy stuff to work with. And it's a tight fit getting in these kind of things. That's for sure. I guess I'm glad for those post holes now. Dude, getting these leads through these kinds of posts. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. I've never worked with it before. I don't know if I'll work with it again. I don't know. We'll see how it vapes. I'll tell you if I think it was worth my time. These leads are so beefy. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a mix of clipping and twisting. That's crazy. That's crazy. So just to get this guy to fire, I had to go ahead and put it on the thin man. So looks like these guys just need to be cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll be vaping. First time working with this kind of shit. I've never really done a twisted build before or anything like that. I've never really whipped out the power tools for it. We'll see what it vapes like. I imagine it's going to be something pretty similar to like a parallel build or something. Now that everything's cleaned up a little bit, looks like it wants to go to 94 to get it 4.2 volts. Very quick ramp up. Very slow cool down. Let's get a close-up shot of the build we're working with. By the way, nice deep well on the Dark Horse too, as you can see. And those post holes definitely do their job. I would not want to be shoving that kind of Kanthal, twisted kind of Kanthal, through anything else. I definitely want a good beefy post hole for something like this. If I ever do this again, we'll see. We're just going to put a little bit of juice on the coils before we go shoving some cotton into them. just to get them cooled down. I'm gonna be vaping on some Anti-Lag by Boosted. One thing that's nice about the Dark Horse is that the AFC is on the outside instead of the inside. You take RDAs like the Mutation X, you take RDAs like, lately the El Cabron is what a lot of people have been talking about. The airflow control is on the inside rather than on the outside. So it might look perfectly fine when you get everything built and everything's together over here and you're all good to go, and then you go put it in your AFC and it grates right against the coil and you can't get the AFC in there without screwing up any coil that you want to build. What's nice about something like the Dark Horse is that the AFC is on the outside, like that. That way it doesn't fuck up your coils. When you find the airflow you want, you just go ahead and screw this little cap on here, just like that. And you pop this in there like this, and you're good to go. Now if you want to go ahead and use the chuff style cap, you slide it through the ring, just like this. Then holding this in place, you screw the top cap back in, just like this. Now this isn't the easiest thing to do for me. It just kind of, it'll go in there. It's stubborn, is what it is. It's stubborn. So basically you have to screw it in, and then it's gonna screw up everything that you'd set up. So you go and unscrew it a little bit, find the airflow you want. Is that right? Nope. Closed on the other side. I'm gonna go with this one, wide open, but with the little bar down the middle. And then you just tighten it up again. Let's give that a try. So as you probably gathered, deduped and twisted messes I am not. That's my first ever twisted power tool involved build. I don't do that kind of shit. I just wrap some wraps and throw it on my RDA and I'm good to go. But I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try in here because it's got those, those super, super, super wide post holes. I mean, you can practically see through them. I haven't even taken a vape yet. My first ever vape from some twisted Kanthal shit is going to be on camera. But 4.2 volts, it is 94 watts. So we'll see what that's like. Excuse me while I melt. Wow. That's wide open. It's flavor like it's completely closed off. Wow. Just fucking wow. I didn't know what I was missing with these twisted and power tool driven builds and shit. I gotta do more of these. These are yummy. These are really yummy. I don't know how much it affects the cloud production. Maybe you can tell me. I think there's definitely an improvement there, but what I noticed more than anything is the flavor improvement. When I was vaping this wide open before with just regular Kanthal, it was okay. It was all right. No complaints really. It was average for flavor. With that twisted build, Jesus, that is delicious. There's no comparison. I don't know if I'm gonna have to buy a lot more Kanthal is what it is. I don't even like that juice that much, I'll be honest with you. I don't. Anti-lag, I don't understand the hype. I think it's okay for what it is. It's like a fruit salad with cream. I don't know, I get some watermelon, I get some strawberries. It's okay. Maybe I just wasn't fully appreciating it because that's pretty damn good. My advice with something like this, when you saw it was when we were dry burning it, if you saw, it's got a very quick ramp up and a very slow ramp down. I'm going to take my finger off the button to show you just how short of a time I'm actually depressing this button while I'm vaping on it. And then watch how long I'm still sucking back on it. Get an idea of what I'm trying to do to cool down those coils. Almost the same amount of time that I'm pulling on it with the button depressed, I'm still pulling on it without holding the fire button. Keeps that coil nice and cool, keeps it from just charring my cotton. Yes, this guy is $10.04 at FASTTECH. It is $10.45 at Angelcigs. For that kind of price, I'm impressed with it, I gotta say. It's really well made for what it is, for being sort of a clone style of type RDA. It's great flavor. The build quality is pretty nice. A lot of nice build options, airflow options. I recommend this RDA, I do. So that is the Dark Horse Mini RDA. You can get it for 10 bucks and change, and it's awesome. I recommend it. Flavor is great. Great flavor, and really good clouds too. I think it's an all-around good addy for someone that wants clouds, someone that wants flavor. This is going to be a go-to for you. Someone who's getting one of their first RDAs, maybe. Someone that wants something that's a good mix between flavor and vapor. Dark Horse Mini, yeah. Recommended. 10 bucks and change, people. 10 bucks and change. And it's a great RDA all around, great flavor, great clouds, really accommodating post holes for pretty much anything you want to throw at it. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate all you guys have been doing. You guys have been nothing but supportive, and that's been awesome. I've been having a lot of fun making these videos. Till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, Vapers.